possibly one of the strangest clips I've ever filmed.
It smells amazing. There's a man in the car, let's hope he can't see me right now.
Hello everyone, I am very excited to film today's video because we are going to be trying out a brand which I have never tried before, but I have wanted to try for the longest time because I've heard so many good things. So today we are going to be trying out Beauty Pie and seeing if all their products are really worth the hype. So if you've never heard of Beauty Pie before, essentially what they are is they sell premium skincare, makeup, hair care, things like that, for a very good price. So you essentially pay like a membership fee each month and it gives you an allowance, and you can get these premium products for a really good price because I think I'm right in thinking this, it is products like, let's say for example MAC, but without the MAC packaging. It's all just Beauty Pie packaging, but it is premium products. Don't know if that makes sense, but I'm pretty sure that is the premise of Beauty Pie. So I got myself a membership and we will talk through the costs and stuff like that, and we can have a look at the products that I picked and whether they are really worth the money, whether that's the RRP price or the price that I actually paid for them. So let's just get straight into it because I had this arrive on my doorstep this morning and I just want to get straight in and have a look at what we've got. So first off, the packaging is very nice. It came in this really pretty pink box, and when you open it up, it is so cute. I'm going to try and hold this up without dropping all the products. So it just says it's Pie Day, which works quite well because I am filming this on a Friday, which rhymes. And then we've got some tissue paper in here and we can crack it open and have a look. I don't really know how I can show you me unpacking it because of my camera angles, but I'm just going to reach in and pick things out and we can talk through them as we go along. And then after I have unboxed all the products, I will be trying out all of them and inserting clips of me trying them, and once we've tried them all we can have a good review at the very end. So I'm just going to crack straight into it. I actually only placed this order a few days ago and I still can't really remember what I got, but it does feel very exciting. I'm just going to pick them out in any old order. So the first thing we have is a Japan, why did I say Japan like that? I'm scared to say it now. Japan Fusion Soothing Uji Tea Leaf Sheet Mask. So the packaging looks like this. It's a really cute pink packet. Nothing too fancy about it, but it also doesn't look horrible. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know. Apparently this is like a really nourishing face mask and it contains, this is going to be fun for me to try and say, Delamith extract, which is apparently something from a grape, which is good for antioxidants from what I'm reading. Uji tea leaf, which is antioxidant and soothing, and then betaine and trehalose. Completely butchering these, as you can tell. And then apparently those two are really good for hydrating your skin and good if you've just come out of the sun or been on a flight or something like that, apparently. So yeah, this is just a sheet mask. I will just get up on my phone how much these cost. So the RRP prices of these things are things I would never typically pay for and buy. However, obviously once you get your discount, it makes the price a little bit more reasonable. So I think I got in total 7 products, and I will just double check before I say it, but I think my box cost me around £60, which is obviously still a lot of money, but you're getting a lot of products, and obviously if these are as good as the premium brands, then you're getting yourself a bargain. This sheet mask apparently retails for £16 usually, and with my membership it cost me £5.20, which is an okay price for a sheet mask. I personally would rather pay, let's say like 15 quid and have like a face mask in a pot that you get multiple uses out of, because £5 for something that I only use once is a bit steep to me, but then some people are happy to pay that price. So we will see if it is worth £5, and if it's worth £5 we'll see if it's worth £16. Personally, before I've tried this, I cannot see any sheet mask being worth £16. Like, I could not bring myself to pay that for a sheet mask, but maybe this is going to completely transform my skin and will be amazing, so we shall see.
So I'm going to try out this sheet mask. I have read the instructions and you basically just chuck it on like a sheet mask, obviously, and leave it on for 10 to 20 minutes. I thought today was a good day to do it because it is currently like 8 o'clock and I've been up since 5:30, so I feel like I need something, you know, to help my skin get through this day, so we shall see what it is like. My battery is flashing, let's pray it lasts. I'm gonna show you what I've just seen. Well, I don't even know if you can see it, but the texture of that I don't know how to word this without getting demonetized, but I'm sure you all know what I mean. Like, it is very sticky and the face bit looks absolutely massive. How creepy does that look? These are so terrifying. Oh my god, I feel like I should be in a horror film. But yeah, I don't know if I turn to the side, it's got this hard plastic bit that just is pointing upwards, but we'll just go with it. Let's try and move this bit up. I find the lip bits never fit on me. There's a man in the car, let's hope he can't see me right now. I'm gonna leave this on for 10 to 20 minutes. And then once I've taken it off, I will update you on what I think. So I've had this mask on for about 20 minutes now, so I am gonna peel it off. It is still very damp. You know, like some sheet masks feel very dry by the time you need to wash them off. This one still feels like it has a lot of product in it, which I guess is good. I'm just gonna like rub what's left into my skin, but as I say, they're very generous with like the amount of product in here because I feel very moisturised. Like, I don't feel like I need to put a moisturiser on after this, so I guess that's good. All in all, like, it wasn't the comfiest face mask to wear because it didn't fit me very well, but like when you're sat doing nothing, it doesn't really matter. I'd say it was nice. I don't think it's worth like the original price for it, to be honest, but it was a nice sheet mask. It didn't irritate my skin or anything, so I don't have any complaints for it. It was nice. Would I go out of my way to buy it again? Probably not, but it was an okay sheet mask.
Next up was actually quite a practical purchase for me, which is very impressive because I love wasting my money on things that I don't need. But I picked up a pack of 2 beauty sponges, and these, again, very simple packaging, just says Beauty Pie on it, and it's just 2 foundation sponges. So this is what the beauty sponges look like. They're just your average looking beauty sponge, nothing too crazy about them. They're quite small, but I feel like once you get these ones damp, they will expand a fair bit. But there's not really a lot to say about a sponge until you've tried it to apply your makeup with. But generally speaking, I'm not really much of a snob when it comes to makeup sponges. I did used to use Real Techniques for a long time, but now I'm happy getting one from Poundland, to be honest. Like, no joke, Poundland do really good makeup sponges. So yeah, I'm not someone who will spend a lot on a makeup sponge, but these apparently retail for £15 and I paid £5.83. So that is actually a really good price, even by my standards, because that works out at like £2.50 a sponge basically, and summer sponges can be quite expensive, especially if they're good ones, although as I say, Poundland, very good. And yeah, £2.50, I would happily pay that. I think it's a very fair price. The usual £15, I could see myself spending it if I had the money in my bank. But if I was really scrimping one month because I didn't have a lot of money, it's not something I would go out and buy. But maybe this sponge again will completely change my makeup and make it look incredible. This one excites me. So we have the Beauty Pie Awesome Bronze Self Tanning Mousse. So the packet looks like this, which from first impressions looks very generous in size. So yeah, it's just a self tan. This is the shade Golden Bronze, I think. I will double check the shades, but I know there was 2 on the website. I just can't remember if I got the lighter or darker one. Generally, if I fake tan, I prefer the darker shade, but I can't remember if I chickened out a bit because it's not a brand that I've used before, but we will see once I apply it what the colour comes out like. But in terms of the actual product itself, it just comes in this really simple plastic packaging. It does seem very sturdy, like, I will say that. And I am excited to try this because I don't usually spend a lot of money. General theme going here, I don't like to spend a lot of money. My usual tan is St. Moritz, which is like £4, and I think this one did used to retail for a lot. So this fake tan apparently retails for £30, and I paid £9.50, and to me £9.50 is a pretty, not steep, but a fair price for a fake tan. I definitely would never pay £30 for a fake tan, like, ever. But yeah, I am intrigued to see if this works a lot better than my other tan. I appreciate probably more expensive tans are a bit less streaky and maybe last longer or are more even, but would that make me want to pay £25 more? Probably not. So we will see if this completely revolutionises the way that I fake tan.
So I've just got out the shower and I've given it enough time that I am fully dry, so now we can give the tan a go. So got myself a little mitt. I can't even remember where it's from, I've had it so long. And I did read the instructions, and it just says just to apply it like a normal fake tan, but it did say that you need to apply it every other day to keep the colour, which is a bit unusual for a tan, because usually I apply fake tan and it lasts for like a week, but we will give it a go and see how it works. Oh, there we go. That's what it looks like. It smells amazing. You know, most fake tans usually have that kind of biscuity, really sweet scent. This smells like coconut and like absolutely incredible. Wow. I'm just going to do a bit on my arm so you can see. So this is the colour before. This is my natural pale colour. We're going to just apply a bit on here and see how it looks. That has blended out so easily. Usually, as I say, I usually use quite a cheap tan because I'm not that bothered about paying for a really fancy one. But it usually takes quite a lot of work, like blending it in to get it to look nice and streak free. But that has gone on straight away and I barely had to rub it in and it has no streaks, which is absolutely brilliant. I don't think you'll see much of a colour difference at the moment because obviously I've only just applied it. It says to leave it for 4 to 8 hours, so I'm going to give it the best chance possible and leave it on for 8 hours and then wash it off and we can see what the colour comes out like. So I have just had my shower and washed my tan off. I actually did end up leaving it on for about 24 hours just because by the time it hit the time I was meant to wash it off I just couldn't be bothered. So I did leave it on for basically a day and this is the colour. I can't really tell if it's much of a difference because I can't remember how pale I was before, so I will insert the clip we filmed before I put it on to compare them. I feel like it has given me a little bit of colour, but it is very subtle. However, on my arms and legs it is definitely streak free. It looks really subtle and natural. However, I did also apply it to like my stomach and chest, and on my chest there is some very patchy bits. So considering I think this was meant to be like £30, it's definitely not streak free completely, but for your arms and legs it does work really well. However, the colour is a little bit too light for me personally. However, it looks quite nice. I'm not sure how well the colour will last because I think I mentioned it does say in the instructions that you should reapply it every other day. So I don't know how long it will last, but it looks quite nice at the minute and it is a very natural colour. So maybe better for like winter if you want to be a little less pale but don't want it to be obvious that you fake tanned. So all in all, not terrible. Would I pay £30, which was the original price? Probably not. However, it's an okay tan. I will definitely reuse it again. I think just like when I'm using it on my chest and stuff, I'll have to definitely make sure I've exfoliated really well there to check it doesn't go patchy and stuff. But not a terrible tan, but also not a complete game changer either.
Next we have something which, I'll be honest, so like you get an allowance as a member of how much you can spend. I can't remember what the allowance is, but I think it's about £100 RRP price each month. And then obviously say, I don't know, a cream should have been 50 quid and you pay 15. It goes off the RRP pricing as to how many products you can get each month at the discounted price. And the membership is usually £10 a month, which I would say is probably worth the price because you can just pick the products that you want. It's not like when you get a beauty subscription box and you don't get to choose what you get sent. You have full freedom over the sort of products that you want to buy. And as I say, there is such a discount compared to RRP pricing. Obviously it depends if the products are good, but so far I would say that membership price is worth it because you're then saving yourself a lot of money in the long run. But the one that we are looking at now is a Dr. Glycolic Soft Feet Peel Socks. Like, this is not something I would usually buy. So it looks like this, and it's a bit like a sheet mask, except it's socks for your feet. So I assume, this is just what I'm guessing, it's like the same material as a sheet mask, but it will obviously be sock shaped, and you put it on your feet for like 90 minutes, and then over the next week it's meant to completely transform the skin on your feet and like regenerate them, I think. Basically like if you got a chemical peel on your face, but for your feet. I think, if I'm getting this right, that was the impression that I got from it. This foot thing, typical price is £15 and I paid £4. So again, I would not pay £15 for something that can only be used once, but £4 isn't too bad, and my feet aren't particularly bad anyway, but maybe it's going to really transform my feet. But this was really something that I just chucked in my basket because I still had a bit of my members allowance left to spend on products, and I didn't really want to waste it because firstly I wanted to do it for this video, and also I think if you're paying £10 a month to get a certain allowance to spend on products, you may as well use it. Even if you don't want them, you can always give them to people, whatever. I just think it was worth trying to use up as much of my allowance as I could. So yeah, not sure how I feel about this product, but we'll see if it does anything fantastic to my feet. So I have just washed and dried my feet as advised by the instructions so that we can try out our peeling socks. They sound kind of gross, I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna give it a go anyway. What? I am so confused. Let me just show you the shape of these. So I think that is like meant to be 1 foot's worth, but who has feet this big? I know some people do, but there. So it does feel very product heavy. You probably can't see it. But yeah, it does feel very loaded with product, so I'm just going to pop one on my foot. I don't really like having things on my feet, so I don't really know how I'm going to feel about this. It doesn't feel great. It's a bit like being in a wet sock, to be honest. This is what my foot looks like. Possibly one of the strangest clips I've ever filmed. Here are my feet in their lovely acidy bag. I am going to do what it says, leave it on for an hour and a half. It is currently 1:30, so once it's 3 I can take them off. I don't know if I'll tell you what I think straight away, because it does say it takes 3 to 7 days to see the results, so maybe we'll just let them simmer for a few days. But I've got my socks on, now I can go sit downstairs and carry on with my day. Okay, so let's talk about that foot peel thing. Firstly, putting it on, as you saw, was very interesting. It felt very strange. Obviously, it's like having a big plastic bag on your feet, which is a little bit odd. And it's also so slippy. This isn't me being dramatic, but I did almost fall down the stairs wearing it. And I probably shouldn't have made this mistake, but I didn't really realise you couldn't. I was just trying to go about my everyday business while wearing them, but as I say, they're so slippy. So after about half an hour, I managed to slip and completely push a foot through the sock. Like, it just fully broke and exposed my foot. So obviously I couldn't then use that one and had to take it off, but I did leave the other one on for the full amount of time, and it's been 3 days now. I know it does say it takes up to a week, so if it does change before I upload this video, I will add a little comment, but so far it hasn't done anything to my feet. If anything, my feet felt a bit drier afterwards, but considering it was meant to be like a peel, I've not noticed any dead skin coming off. Like, I've not noticed really any difference at all. So I would probably say give this one a miss, especially because it is a bit flimsy as well. So unless you're going to be sat in the exact same spot for an hour and a half, it's not really very easy to have. Because, you know, like if you have a face mask on, you can still go about your day because it's not in the way. I feel like these are just a little bit difficult to wear, and I didn't see any results from them, so I probably wouldn't recommend it. But it didn't do a lot, it just made me have very sticky feet. I do have to say though, all of the packaging is so nice. Like, even the tissue paper, everything is so nicely packaged. It does feel very kind of premium and expensive, at least compared to like me shopping in Boots, which is what I usually do. So it does feel really nice quality. Okay, so these are our final 3 products. I will start with this one. So this is a Wonder Gloss Collagen Lip Oil. So I got this in the shade Nude Nectar, and I was sort of rushing. Well, I wasn't rushing, but I was very quickly skimming through products when I was trying to pick what I wanted. And I thought this was just a lip gloss, but apparently it is a lip oil. So the actual applicator just looks like a normal lip gloss, but you can then see loads of oil like in the stick bit, which is quite strange. It doesn't really smell of anything in particular. It's just kind of sweet and nice, but I will apply some of this now and we can see how it looks. Now that you've got a nice close-up of my face, we can apply it. So I'm not sure how well you can see it on camera, so I've only just applied it to my bottom lip. You can definitely see the colour. It is very subtle, but that could just be because it is a very similar shade to my natural lip colour, but we will put it on both lips so I don't look so strange, and then we can see what we think. So this is how it looks. It feels really smooth on my lips and it does look very nice. It looks very similar to a lip gloss. It would just be, the actual feel of it is very different. So with lip glosses, you know, you have that kind of stickiness to them. This doesn't feel sticky, it's very smooth. But because it is so smooth on your lips, it just feels like it would slip off. So I would definitely not wear this if I was going to go out eating or drinking, because I don't feel like it would stay on. I feel like lip oils aren't really designed to be long lasting like say a matte lip product, but it does feel really nice and smooth. It's just a bit of a strange feeling because you can really feel that there is something quite thick on your lips, and yeah, it's a bit weird. I feel like I'm just going to be like rubbing my lips together a lot now, but I rate it. It's a good product. So this lip oil that we now have on apparently retails for £26 and I paid £6.62 for it. As I say, right now, first impressions, I'm really happy with it. It feels really nice and it's a nice natural colour. That is just, you know, when you don't want to make loads of effort with your makeup but you want a little something, I would say 10 out of 10, go for it. I will see how long it lasts. The texture is a little bit odd to me just because it feels very like, not slimy because I feel like slimy is quite a horrible word, but yeah, you definitely know that it's on your lips, but maybe I will grow to love this one, I don't know. But right now, I would say it's nice, but it's probably not going to be my new favourite lip product at this moment in time. So the final two products that I picked up are actually skincare products because in particular for one of them, it's something I've been wanting to try for ages and I've just never got around to buying myself. So we will start with that one, and it is a triple hyaluronic acid serum. So I've heard hyaluronic acid is meant to be really good for your skin, especially if you have dry skin. I think it helps to sort of rebalance your skin and help it be more hydrated. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know lots about skincare, but I think that's correct. So this packaging is really, really nice. It is actually like a frosted glass, so it feels really premium. It also has a pump, which we love. Yeah, this feels very fancy. Like the rest of the stuff, obviously the packaging felt nice, but it didn't really feel all that different to things that I've had in the past. But I can tell you now, I have never had a product look this fancy, especially skincare wise. So yeah, I am excited to try this one out because it's nothing I've ever tried before. So hopefully this is going to transform my skin and be incredible. So this hyaluronic acid apparently is usually £60 and I paid £14.94. I can see why it's £60 for the size of it. Like, it's a very generous bottle. I feel like even if you were using this every day, it would last you a fair amount of time. But at the same time, do I have £60 spare to go out and buy one of these to add to my collection? No. So I think, yeah, Beauty Pie is a really nice idea because you can get those nice products for a lot less. So I have been using this hyaluronic acid serum for about 4 days now and I absolutely love it. I think this is actually my favourite thing that I got out of everything. It's so good. I think you're meant to use this as like an additional step and still use your regular moisturiser, but for me, I found it's worked so well on my skin. I don't need to apply an extra moisturiser as well. I have as well been using it twice a day, in the morning and at night. I don't know if that's what you're meant to do, but it says on the bottle you can use it twice a day, so that's what I've been doing. And yeah, it's left my skin feeling so soft and hydrated. I think even though this one was one of the most, or the most expensive thing, it was definitely worth the price because this was originally £60 I think and it cost me £15. I really have been enjoying this one and it's definitely something that I am going to be carrying on using every day, so I would definitely class that as a win. So yeah, 10 out of 10 recommend this product if you are going to do a little order on Beauty Pie. This is definitely a really good one to get, and yeah. So final product, we have the Ultra Light UVA UVB I can't speak now that I've got this lip oil on. I don't know why. I think it's just all in my head, but I'm struggling to speak. We will try again. We have the Ultra Light UVA UVB SPF 25. So this is obviously just an SPF for your face. As I have got a little bit better about skincare and stuff, I do now make sure that almost every day I wear an SPF on my skin because it's really important to help prevent fine lines and premature aging, which obviously nobody wants, so I'm trying to protect my skin from a young age. So I thought getting another SPF to have would always be handy, and it's obviously something that I will use. So this is what the packaging looks like. I think this is so cute. It actually reminds me of like a sun cream bottle, but the plastic is a lot like harder, so it's obviously a lot less flimsy than a sun cream bottle, but just the design of it reminds me of that. And apparently this has hyaluronic acid and licorice extract in it. Obviously I don't really have much to say until I try it out, and I only have one other SPF I can compare it to for my face, but I just thought this was a good essential to buy, especially because everything's so discounted. It's something that I know will get a lot of use out of it. And apparently this retails for £35, but I got it for £9.90. £35 is quite steep, but I also know facial SPFs, especially to get a good one, can be quite pricey, so of all the things that I've mentioned, I know I said I'm quite cheap. I feel like skincare is something that you do sort of need to invest in to make sure your skin is looking the best it can be. So yeah, I'm excited to use this. Even though all the sun is going away, it's still important to use your SPF, so I will still get use out of this one. So this sun cream, or UVA, UVB, ultralight, whatever the fancy word for it is, again, is a nice product. It's nothing special. I have the Body Shop Skin Defense, which is also an SPF, and that is about £16 I think, and I can't remember what this retailed for, but I think it was a fair bit more. I personally can't tell much of a difference between the two of them. It's just a regular thick white facial sun cream. Like, it applied nicely, it wasn't sticky or anything like that, but as I say, I have a similar product that was a lot cheaper that also works the same way. But if you don't have a facial SPF, there's nothing wrong with it. I'd just say, like, say with the hyaluronic acid, that seemed really worth the price because it seemed quite premium. This, for the price you're paying, because it's so discounted, is like good, but it's nothing too fancy, but it's a good facial SPF. I have no complaints about it, but I also am a bit indifferent about it. It's okay, it's a good product, but do you know what I mean? I'm not massively in love with it, but it does the job. I'm just going to film this outro in my dressing gown and pyjamas because why not? Can't really be bothered to put on a full face of makeup just to film this final bit of the video, but all in all, now that I've tried all of the products and also used most of them a couple of times, apart from obviously things you can only use once, I would say that Beauty Pie is definitely worth going and placing an order with. I would say just make sure you pick things that you think you're going to like and that, yeah, things that you're going to enjoy. Don't just buy something because, let's say, it's really popular but it's not something you'll ever use, because you can get some really good deals on there, but unless you're buying things that you are then going to use, it's still expensive in the sense that you're buying things that you're not going to use, if that makes sense. So all in all, I'm really happy with everything I used. The only thing that I would definitely not repurchase was that foot peel mask, because A, it was very flimsy, and B, it also hasn't made a difference to my feet at all. So apart from that one, which I wouldn't really recommend, everything else I would recommend to try. Like, I did enjoy them all, so I'd say that's a pretty good success rate considering I got 7 products and there was only one that I didn't like. I also do think it's fairly affordable. As I've said before, you pay about £10 a month for like a glossy box, and that's something that you can't customise. So I definitely think the £10 membership a month is definitely worth it, especially if, say, you do need to like completely restock your makeup and skincare and stuff, because you have that budget that you can get a lot of items at a discounted price. So all in all, I was actually surprisingly pleased with Beauty Pie, and yeah, I've obviously got my monthly subscription, so I will continue using it, and yeah, all in all, a very good site. I would recommend it, and I think that's about all I have to say about it. But I hope you all did enjoy this video. I really enjoyed filming it and trying out the products, so if you would like to see more videos like this, just let me know, and if you did enjoy it, please do give it a thumbs up or leave me a little comment down below, because that really helps me out, and I will see you very soon with another video.